Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Yeah, I know the shirt says Flawless Fatherhood, but check it. We all know that I'm also a father's rights advocate. So who else is going to support me other than me? You never know who's going to stumble upon these fantasy football videos, and they might be able to check me out on my Flawless Fatherhood platform on YouTube. If they want to reassert themselves and be able to find out how they can get more time back with their kids amongst after a divorce or separation, or even if they're in a good situation right now, but things may falter, it's very important to have that information already to make sure you don't make missteps in your marriage or your relationship to finesse yourselves out of your children's lives. Flawless fatherhood. Now, oh man. See, I've been doing this all wrong. Who else is going to support my stuff but me? But we're talking fantasy football here. Man, check this out. Just to let you guys know, thanks for checking out my video that I made on the ship before we left out on my Margaritaville cruise. It was pretty fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I took my girl for her birthday, did some other stuff with her, and actually, my mom and my dad with me too, so it was pretty cool. You know, we had a good time. You know, so that's what's up. I always wanted to check that cruise line out. It's cool. You know, they all have their ups and downs, but you know, I had a good time. It's always good to get away and get a breath of fresh air. Oh, that's me smelling W's this year. Smells like me kicking butt in the Listeners League. You guys smell it? No, you guys don't smell it. Let's get to it, man. Y'all see on the thumbnail, you see Mr. Travis Kelce. We're not going to talk about Travis Kelce first. No, we're going to save that towards the end. We're just going to talk about a little news and notes real quick. Let's talk about Joe Burrow, man. Man, I can't even go out of town for a few days without my doggone quarterback. Not my quarterback, because I'm a Niners fan, but one of my favorite fantasy quarterbacks for this year actually acting up. So he's going to be sidelined several weeks for what they said, calf strain. And, you know, the head coach won't give a timetable. But I don't think, it's not going to be something that he's going to be missing, the season with or missing even the first game. I'm not buying into that. You guys know how I am anyway. They like to build up stuff, for, the upcoming season. Not to say he isn't hurt. It's just crap. It's a calf strain. So it's good that it's happened now. Vice it happened, 2 weeks before the season started or something. So, but he'll be fine. So I believe if you wanted Joe Burrow, still go get Joe Burrow. He's in my top 6, so he's somebody I'll be looking at because I'm going to have a top 6 quarterback no matter how you slice or dice it. So let's talk about Mr. Deontay Johnson. He was carted off. He started a walk-off and then he carted off. Listen, man, I don't wish injury out on anybody, but I told you the guy wasn't the best doesn't have the best bill of health, so I think he'll be back. But again, I was always in the business of thinking that he was on a decline. You know what I'm saying? The young boy was over there was on the incline for his wide receiver. So this could be the thing that moves the needle over there in Pittsburgh. So if he misses time. So hopefully he's okay. Deontay Johnson, he's going off in half-point PPR. He's going off at like number 771 overall. That's like at the 6-7 turn. I'm going to be honest with you. I would never pick Deontay Johnson there. He could be at the 8-9 turn and I wouldn't pick him. I just don't believe in his upside. And with that team and based on how I see the trajectory going for his career. But maybe this will keep some of you guys off of making that mistake because some of the hardcore Deontay Johnson lovers will still want to pick this guy. You know what I'm saying? Come draft time. I advise you not to. But it's your draft selection. Let me see your draft and you just got Deontay Johnson down on the bench. You're going to get a lower score for me. It's already going to take you. If I'm thinking you're going to have a B, boom, you got a B minus just for that. Just certain people. I'm not saying you got to pick all the people I like. But yeah, you can't pick the ones that I don't like at all and expect them to get away with it. So, but we'll see how you go. We'll get into mock drafts and see how you guys' drafts come moving along. We heard about Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, he was another one. He got injured with an ankle injury in practice. I think he'll be okay. It's one of those things, again, he's young. He's not on the decline. He's actually in half-point PPR, he's like number 20 overall. So middle of the first, middle to, not quite late second. So he's coming off the board round, but just after the middle of the second, middle of the second to just a little bit after, on average. Do I think he's going to be legit? Yes. Do I think he's going to return draft capital? Yes. I believe he's going to have a solid 10 touchdowns. I do believe that. If not one or two more. I see it happening for him. So I'm a believer in Garrett Wilson. He's somebody I'm looking at. Not to say I'm sold on him. I will draft him there because I'm not married to any player. I'm not even married to Josh anymore. Me and Josh we're separated. No homo. We're separated. But, I love Josh Allen, but I'm not in the business of just picking Josh Allen in him. You know what I'm saying? Just solely picking Josh Allen. So I got a crop of quarterbacks that I'm interested in. But I think these guys will be fine. I even think Deontay Johnson will be fine, but it don't help him because he's already kind of injury prone in my eyes. Bill's offensive coordinator basically saying that Ken Dorsey says that he's excited. I listened to the verbiage here, guys. He's excited about James Cook's versatility as an every down back. I'm tired. Y'all know how I got back, be tongue twisting up like a son of a gun. To say that he's excited about his versatility. Did he say versatility? No, versatility. If he's excited about it, that's not saying that he's going to be a 3-down back. Okay, he's just excited about his ability to be. That's not saying he will be. It's kind of like in Miles Sanders. They're saying he is going to be a 3-down back. They're not saying this about James Cook. So be careful about drafting him. Now, I know he's on the back end. He's probably pick number 81 on a half-point PPR overall. So he's sitting around the middle of the 7th round or so, in 12-man leagues, might add, because that's where I make my thing, a 12-man league. So middle of the 7th round in 12-man leagues. He's worth a shot. He's worth an RB2 shot. If you're going, I can feel comfortable with it. If you get a stud QB, you're loaded at wide receivers heavy, and you got a sound running back 1. If you want to go in there for upside, but to me, I'd rather have him as a 3, running back 3 for upside. But if you're loaded everywhere else, I can still see he can demand that middle of 7th round pick and return value and possibly much upside. I'm not scared of the other dude that was over there, Damian Harris. I'm not afraid of him. He is what he is. The thing is, he's not going to catch the rock, okay? And so you got to think who they're going to have in there. Josh takes a lot of goal lines, so he's going to be capped with goal line rushes. Even if he get him, he's going to be capped at goal line rushes. So it's going to be tough. Damian Harris does get hurt, so let's say if Damian Harris get hurt, now he's damn near a three down back. So it's going to be interesting. It all depends who hits who hits goal with some of these players. Sometimes you just be in the right place at the right time, then boom. I remember that back in the day, I had Noshawn Marino. He was a top 5 running back with Denver. It was the year Peyton threw the 55 touchdowns, right? And I drafted him at the 12th spot. It was, how can I put this? I had drafted, it went down, I picked him at 12 this year when Peyton threw the 55 touchdown, right? I got to throw back, give you guys some, and I won that year. I think that was 2012 or 13. I can't remember exactly which one. And I picked Peyton Manning, and on the turn, first pick in the second, I drafted Marshawn because he dropped like crazy. I don't know why people was dropping Marshawn. So he dropped because I was actually looking at picking Steven Jackson there, and that wouldn't have been good. Even though I'd have still won, it wouldn't have been insecure. And at the end of the day, I picked in the 3rd round. It was a guy named Wilson. You remember the guy, David Wilson? I picked David Wilson in the 3rd round as my RB2 because he was a young guy that was supposed to have a big, huge year. I picked David Wilson. I think he got hurt week 1 or week 2 on a play in the end zone, and he never come back to the NFL again. So my running back 2 hit basically I hurt week 1 or week 2. It was early, but round 14 or 15, I drafted Noshawn Marino. He was number 3 on the depth chart. Number 3. He had Monty Ball, and he had this other dude. God, He's tall, skinny dude. His name has like an H in it or something like that. I can't remember off the top. I didn't prepare to speak about this. So it was Monty Ball, and there was another taller running back that was there. He was kind of fast, and he was the running back 2, and then Noshawn Marino was running back 3. Well, it came down to it. It came about protection. Who was the one that they can feel that could protect them more? And Monty Ball, even though he was the one that supposed to have did the best, and he was the young phenom or supposed to have been, they didn't trust him around Peyton, and Monty Ball, and Noshawn Marino ended up being a top 5 back, just like Marshawn Lynch was. So I had the number 1 quarterback and 2 top 5 running backs. It was a wash. I killed them that year. So sometimes these running backs that's in these, what they call them, ambiguous backfields, man, you can hit and strike gold on them, man. So never be afraid to pick a guy that's the running back 3, especially when it comes to protecting the veteran, just to see what happened for the first week or two. But anyway, I digress, y'all. That was about that. So James Cook does have upside, but the cards have to fall completely right for him to really shoot up to really hit. Let's talk about your boy Travis Kelce, man. This dude sit up here. I saw the video, and guess what? I'm gonna pin the video to the top comment at the top of the comments so you guys can see. And basically, it's this quarterback, or is it safety? Little small guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name, man. Like Jack Cochrane or something like that. Cochrane, Cochrane. And Travis Kelce caught the touchdown on the goal line. And the guy, you know how you catch a touchdown, or somebody get a touchdown caught on them, and they kind of grab the ball and kind of try to push it down. That's what the dude did. He just kind of grabbed it and kind of pushed it down a little bit. It wasn't nothing like get this ball out your damn, like that. You know what I'm saying? And he had pretty much turned away. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. And Travis came across with a left hook. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. It was like, and then they start pushing each other, whatever. And I'm like, I thought it was a chump move for Travis Kelce. I really did. I'm like, I'm not saying he wouldn't have, but it looks totally different if you're this tall and you're pushing a dude this tall. It kind of looked like, it gets you trying to be a Billy Badass. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I don't think he would have did that if it was like a linebacker that was his size. I don't think he would have did it like that. And it just looked bad. The optics were terrible for me. Does it mean Travis Kelce is a bum? No. Was this a mentality like a bum in that sequence? I believe it was. It's a chump. But who knows? I might be picking the chump round 1 in fantasy this year just to switch it up and show people that I can actually win with picking elite tight end. Because like I said before, I had Travis Kelce one time, but it was when Alex Smith was there. It wasn't when freaking numbnut Mahomes throwing it to him in front of 1.5 yard line every time. So, guys, I just want to hit some news and notes on you real quick. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to do a draft. I don't know if it's going to be next video or the next video or the video after next. It's going to be a tight end draft, mock draft, where I'm going to pick Kelce in the first round. So it's going to be Kelce. I'm going to label it like, mock draft Kelce round 1. In that video is where I have the next opening for the Flawless Fantasy Football Listener League. Okay, I think it's 7 spots, right now filled up. So I got 5 more positions, 5 more slots available. Make sure that if you're already, you have to be already not already entered in. If you're already in it, please do not, don't answer, don't reply, because somebody might be about to reply and they see you, then they won't reply. So I'll say what the keyword is in that video. You have to be a subscriber. You have to press like on the video, of course, and be the first one to write down the keyword or the key phrase in the comments. Hey, guys, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm watching the fight tonight, too, so I got to go play some cards with some homeboys. Then I got to go watch the fight tonight, the Terrence Crawford, Bud Spence. Man, the Terrence Crawford, not Bud Spence. What's the other dude name? Man, I need to start freaking not getting so foggy. The fight tonight, you know what I'm saying? Crawford, Spence. What's that dude? Yes, Crawford and Spence. Yeah. Spence and Crawford fight tonight. So, already got that on tap. Got my oil ready. Got my little snackaroonies ready. And I don't care who wins tonight though, as long as it's a good fight. You know, I want to see a good fight. Hey guys, Flawless Fantasy Football and Flawless Fatherhood. See you on the next video. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Holla at your boy.